very new on this channel. I've never done this before, so, and I'm probably not gonna get any viewers from this, but it would be I would be very appreciated. I would be appreciated if people actually saw this video. I am gonna send this video out to my friends, so yeah. But that's not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to talk about, so I want to do like not really like a motivational podcast, but more like kind of like just a sit down talk about random stuff that just pops in my head. Like, hey, I want to talk about this today, or I want to do this today. So today I'm going to talk about friends. I'm not talking about like my friends, I'm just talking about like friends in general. Yeah, how do I want to start this off? Basically, friends, they're good to have. Let me just start that off. Friends are good to have most of the time. Say you start up a business, right? Just say you want to start up a business, and you tell all your friends about it. One of two things is gonna happen. One or multiple things gonna happen. One, they actually care and show appreciation and are supportive towards it. Two, they don't care and just glance over the fact that you said anything. Or three, they start hating on you. They be like, oh, you can't start up a business, you're not even gonna get any money from it, you're not gonna get popular, you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that, you're not gonna achieve anything. But like, yeah, those things can happen. Sometimes friends, they're not always reliable. Say you like want to meet up at a place, like just say Applebee's, to say, and you put a time, you put which Applebee's, and then you wait. You're waiting, and waiting, and no one shows up. And then they come up with you come up with an excuse saying that they can't come to the Applebee's. And rather you take belief in it and oh, you probably have to do this, so then you just go back home and then plan on next time. Then say you do that again, and it's consistent. Say you multiple times you go to a restaurant or a place or like a mall, and then you go and say this mall at this time on this day, and then you're waiting. Your friends come up with an excuse consistently saying why, and then you keep believing it. And then you think, oh, maybe these are just bad days. Maybe it's just like, maybe you have to do something on these days. You can't keep letting yourself believe that. You have to, well, first of all, don't even worry about it. But second of all, you gotta think, did they really have to do that, though? Did they really have to do whatever they said they had to do? Because they didn't. That's why they didn't go to the mall or restaurant, wherever you were at. And say they, out of nowhere, say, hey, let's go to this place, let's go to wherever, a mall or a store or something, let's meet up there, or like a park. And then you're there and everybody else is there. That's strange. That's strange. Everybody's here when they say something, but whenever I say something, nobody shows up. That's odd. Maybe they just all decided to go with him or with her or whatever. You gotta think, people are not consistent, or not everybody's consistent. You are the control center for consistency, right? So, well, I shouldn't really say that. Really, you're in control of what happens to you, and what you want to believe, what you want to say, what you want to think, what you want to do. It's like, it's not, okay, I'm going kind of off topic a little bit. This is my first time doing this. Let's see. Yeah, friends thing. Not everybody that you friend or have, or somebody close, you're not always gonna be reliable. Even if they're your closest friends, you're not gonna be that reliable. Nobody's reliable. Well, not everybody's reliable. Because, okay, let's say you're in an argument, right? And then you're in an argument, your friend's in the argument, but then you jump in right next to them, or right in front of them. And they bounce. That's not very great. Let's say in real life, you're walking with a friend, and then your friend gets into an argument or a fight. You jump into that fight, and then your friend backs up and starts running. Like, okay, now the person that was arguing with them is now your problem. The person that they were fighting is now your fight. But that didn't need to happen. It was their argument or fight, but for some reason, out of the goodness of your heart, you jumped in, or you thought it was just right at the time, and you jumped in right next to them, fighting with them, but then they bounce, and then now you're getting jumped or shot or fought with or whatever because you jumped in front of them. Yeah, think for yourself sometimes. Like this world and situations and stuff is based on yourself. Most of the time, like, helping others, it's good. Like, you're good-minded if you help others, but sometimes you gotta think about yourself. Like, okay, what am I gonna get from doing this? What's gonna happen to me after I do this? What's gonna happen to me when I do this? Like, what's gonna happen to you? Think about you. Like, you know how in schools they always say, oh, like, if you see a fight, try to break it up, or they trying to like control it. But what if you do the same exact thing? You jump in, you try to break it up, but now you're in the fight. What benefit or advantage do you have from doing that? You're not gonna get any recognition. You're not gonna get famous for it. You're gonna be the problem. You're gonna be part of the problem. You became part of the problem. If you're in a fight at like school, somebody fights you, and then the teacher sees, you're both in trouble. You didn't start the fight, the other kid did, but you're still in trouble because you were in that fight. You were in that fight. No one cares who did what. What they think matters is what happened in that situation. Who was in it? That's the first thing to look out for. Who was in it? I feel like that's what happens. Who was in the fight? Who was fighting? They don't care if it's more than one person. They don't care if it was just two people. They don't care if it was in the entire school. Everybody's in trouble. Even the people that are looking are probably gonna get in trouble. Anybody that was like filming are probably gonna get in trouble for it. You gotta think for yourself sometimes. That might sound selfish, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. I'm not saying be selfish. I'm saying think about what is going to happen to you when you jump in for that person. When you jump in for your friend, your family member, whatever. Think about what's going to happen. Oh, you might not think it's a big deal because you helped out a friend. But look at your arm. You got bruises on your arm. Look at your face. You got bloody face. Did you gain anything from that? You didn't gain any recognition. You're not famous for it. You just became part of the problem. That's what doesn't make sense to me. I've been a part in that situation. I've taken over for friends and other people before when I didn't need to, when I didn't have to. What I did was good, like hearted, but it could have turned into my problem. Sometimes it did turn into my problem. It could have turned into my problem that didn't need to happen. I didn't need to make it my problem. I didn't need to make it my concern. If you walk up to a person or your friend and then they see, and then you see that they're holding down, they're holding their own, they're holding their all, but you still jump in, why did you do that? Just sit back. Stand back. Now, say you're playing with a friend on like a game, and then somebody picks on both of you. But yeah, let's just do that. Somebody picks on both of you. Then you kind of have the right. Well, even if they're just going after your friend, you kind of have the right to do that, but you have to look like, okay, what is going to happen to me? What's the outcome going to be after? Okay. And let's say we're going after you. You have every right to go after that person, even if they're picking on both of you. Let's say, like, somebody picks on you and then you're playing with a friend or hanging out with a friend, then somebody goes after you. Sorry, I was driving, by the way. Somebody goes after you. Like, and then your friend doesn't do anything, but you helped your friend out before and they didn't do anything for you. They're looking out for themselves. Now, this isn't everybody. This isn't every friend. This isn't every person. But they don't care about you. They care about themselves. Now, I did say look out for yourself, but if you help out a friend once, but then they don't do anything back for you at all, then that's not a homie. That's not a homie. That's not a homeboy. That is a person that only cares for themselves, not about you. They don't care about you. Those are the people. Those are the people that only care for themselves. I keep repeating that, but that's true. Now, you might have best friends that might not do that, which is fine. But sometimes you gotta come to the realization: not everybody is going to be there for you. Not everybody is going to stand up for you or stand with you. You're gonna be by yourself. 90% of the time, you're gonna be by yourself. That's usually what happens. Or they're gonna bounce, and then it's gonna be your problem. 90% of the time, if you hop in for a friend or for anybody, it's going to be your problem. Sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes they'll bounce. You're a problem. Now what? You got into the problem. You're in a fight with somebody. Now what? You took over for somebody. Now what? What did you achieve? What did you achieve? Think for yourself. Stick up for yourself. If you see somebody is doing fine in an argument, don't jump in. Do not jump in. Do not jump in. And don't let anybody pressure you to jump in. Don't let anybody pressure you to do anything. Actually, don't let anybody tell you or pressure you to do anything. You are the master of what you do, not other people. But at work, my boss tells me I have to work overtime, or my principal says I have to be in detention because I didn't do my homework. Okay. But I'm just saying, outside of like whatever, nobody can pressure you to do anything. And nobody will pressure you to do anything. That's what happens in the real world. No one cares for you, but you have to care for yourself. That takes me back to my fighting thing, like in school. You jump in for that person, and then the principal or teacher sees you're all in trouble. If you try to help or calm the situation, you're in trouble still, because you were a part of the problem. Even if it didn't seem like it, still a part of the problem. That's what happens sometimes. But yeah, that's basically it. But end goal, stick up for yourself. Not everybody's gonna be there for you just because you were there for them. Don't expect anybody to stick up for you, or don't expect anybody to stick up for you or stand beside you. That's just it. You don't gotta stick up for anybody. That's what sometimes what they say in school. Look out for yourself. If somebody's getting in trouble or somebody's getting in a fight, don't jump in. Now they say like try to solve the problem or do what you can, but at the same time they tell you don't do anything. That's confusing to me sometimes. They tell you to do something, but then they also tell you not to do something. So at that point, you just pick. At that point. And then, yeah. World doesn't care about you. Nobody cares about you. Except for your parents. Or your best friend. But that just depends on them. I don't know what happens in your friend circle or your family circle, but that's just, yeah. But anyway, end goal, look out for yourself. Don't expect anybody to stick up for you or stick up with you. 90% of the time, they're not going to be there for you. They're not always going to be there for you. You know what? That's okay. Because that's teaching you not everybody can be trusted. Not everybody can be relied on like that. It's up to you to decide, okay, do I want to stay or stick with this person? Do I want to stick up for this person the next time? Do I want to mess with this person the next time? That's up to you to decide, not anybody else. If you want to stay with the person that was treating you like crap, that's up to you. If somebody goes up to me and says, oh, my friend treats me like crap, but you still hang out with them, that's on you. I can't do anything about it. Because what if I tell you don't hang out with them, but then you still give me reasons to hang out with them? Alright. That's where the term, you're gonna learn the hard way or the easy way. It takes somebody's word for it, and then it actually, like, makes sense, and then actually, like, causes good, then that's the easy way. If you don't listen to anybody, or, like, at least take in consideration from anybody, and then you just have to learn through experience like that, that's the hard way. Or you keep going until you learn, okay, maybe this isn't cool, maybe this isn't right, maybe this isn't the correct way of doing things. And to be honest, there's no correct way of doing anything, but there's no wrong way of doing anything. It's what you decide that is right. It is up to you to decide if something is good or not. Yeah. It's up to you to decide what's wrong. It's up to you to decide what's right. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to say. And yeah, have a good day, and on a Sunday, March 13th, 2022. And yeah, see you next time.